Maggie Bros. Hi, my name is Anna and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton and I am a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with a very exciting comeback reaction. Dream 7 is back. NCT Dream is back.
Yes, so NCT Dream is back today. They have released their new song as a full 7 members. Matt, Hot Sauce. And we're here bright and early for it. Obviously, we have watched all the teasers beforehand. Let's go.
They look so grown up.
I knew you were gonna say that at some point. I was just waiting for it. Oh my god.
I love the hot sauce bottle as
The mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really cool shot though. Oh, I'm good. But honestly, that made me think of like how many guys growing up that I knew were like, hey, do you dare me to drink this entire bottle of hot sauce? Do you know? Was it just a
Can't relate.
thing? Never mind. Maybe I just had weird friends. What? I really like the guitar that comes in for this chorus. Yes. Jason Park CF Star.
I'm so happy he's dancing again, but did he have a Super Imp shirt on?
What?
Or was it Supreme? I had to think about that for a second. I was like, what?
Wait, sorry. Okay, I need to get over it. Oh. There's like a horn. Oh. It was like back and forth. Again.
I love them so much.
I know. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What is this little cartoon? Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Okay, so let's just start out with the fact that I am so proud. Like, so proud. Okay, I told Anna this before we filmed. I was like, this song is gonna be like really fun and really hype, and then I'm gonna get all emotional because it's like watching them grow up. And that's true. Because I just feel like it's such a privilege to get to watch them grow up. Like, this is not just their first comeback as 7 Dream, it's their first comeback where they're all adults. And like, that's wild. Like, I've been watching them, and I've been watching them too, since they were on Mickey Mouse Club. And it's just such a privilege to get to watch them grow up as artists and as performers and see how fantastic they are getting. And they still have so much time to get better. Wow. Okay, Anyways, I will move on and stop. So obviously there were so many things that I was happy to see in this. One was obviously Dream 7, like all of them back together. They have a really great synergy as a team. Like the way they all work together, they match so well. And then I love seeing they were having a good time and being silly. And obviously one of my favorite things was that Jisung Park was back and he was dancing again. And like I knew that he was dancing again because obviously they performed recently for like the Busan festival, but still, like especially to see his little solo highlight part, I was like, this is basically the grown-up version of his chewing gum solo dance break. But okay, a couple of things about the dance. I love the slow part at the beginning of the first chorus when Cheno is in the center. I love that. And it was in the teaser, and I knew in the teaser, I was like, that's gonna be one of my favorite parts of this whole dance because it's just such an interesting contrast to the rest of the dance, which is so fast and so up and moves the whole time. And then they do this like really slow sort of like pour, and it's just so pleasing too because it really starts with like shoulder disconnecting and then their body like rolls after it. And it's just a very like pleasing line to watch as their body curves. Also, the Dreamies just in general are such fantastic dancers. So let me tell you a few amazing technical things that really stuck out to me. The first was there's a lot of movement on one leg in this where they're like going back and forth on one leg. And the way that they're shifting their weight is so impressive to me. It's super apparent in the last chorus when Nana, Jaemin is in the center. You can literally see if you watch his foot at one point, his body is shoulders forward, weight on the ball of his foot. And then when he has to go back, he literally like rocks back onto his heel. And it's just like a very technical thing to like move your body weight so that he can do the different positions. And then the other thing was in the middle of that like fire dance break where they're going like super hard. They all do this hinge backwards where they circle their leg around and they tilt their head back, which is the impressive part because your natural inclination when you do something that quickly is to keep your head up. It's just like a evolutionary thing, like you don't want to put your head backwards, but they all go to a perfect line and they're all at the same angle and it's beautiful. This performance was just outstanding. They're outstanding. The look in their eyes when they're doing the dances is like very mischievous, but also very like passion, fire, and it fits the whole like hot sauce. Like this is our flavor. Look what we have to offer. And they really showed like everything they have to offer and everything the Dreamies are capable of. So I'm just so proud of them. And I really liked this too. Like outside of just being like a proud fan, I like actually enjoyed this a lot. So I ran out of time. Anna's turn.
Hello, so it's time for my comments, but time limit for comments, so we'll see what I'll actually get around to saying. I also really like the Dreamies and I'm very proud of them, but they are closer in age to me than Peyton. So I'm like, oh, bros, Peyton's like my children, which is probably why our reactions are a little bit different. So yeah, I also really love and adore them. I just had to get that out of the way in case people were like, why doesn't Anna like them? Anyways, on to talking about the actual song and music video. First of all, music video concept, love it. 10 out of 10. About the actual song, I really want to know what the voice is saying in the beginning. Because it's saying something, but it's kind of like that like mumble. But it's cool because like the way that it's descending in pitch is like when you're like talking to your friends and you're like da, and then you're slowly losing energy. It sort of fades out. But I want to know what it's saying, so if anyone knows, please let me know. That line, though, becomes distorted, like super distorted, where you literally can't make out words, and it becomes a background percussion layer for the following verse after it. So I thought that was really cool. It's just like a really cool transition moment. Obviously for the song, like general comment, they're referencing a more like Latin vibe. I mean, music video concept too. That comes through very strongly in like the more melodic sections, like the pre-choruses and the bridge. But also another really good transition into that though is like halfway through the first verse, you start to hear guitar strumming combined with like the bass beats that you're hearing. They're like outlining similar rhythm, and it's very like straightforward, so that's kind of used as a transition point into the more like clearly in that Latin vibe groove for the pre-chorus. The guitar line, instead of just like straightforward strumming, becomes more rhythmic and moving, like that sort of smooth vibe in the pre-chorus. along with the beautiful voices singing over it. But, like, that's a given. Talking about the chorus, split into 2 sections. Second half is a group chant moment, which, like, really made me happy, because I know that group chant moments happen a lot. But I was like, yeah, but it's all 7 of them this time, so it's, like, a little bit different, okay? Peyton and I have had separate conversations before, like, out of nowhere, where it was like, listen, who has vocal line like NCT Dream? Who's doing it like their vocal line? Very few. So that's all I can really say about that. Obviously, they have beautiful harmonies and background vocals happening throughout. There are like little ad-libs as the song progresses too that add more personality, because this also is like a very personality-driven music video too. The whole time I was like, wow, this is literally just watching them interact with each other, typically just with a concept. So it's just like another like NCT Dream like YouTube video content basically. And then lastly, that dance break right after the bridge is cool. They kind of touched on it a little bit in the teaser, but like all the very distorted synths working together. I mentioned how it was like going back and forth in your ears. It felt like a video game. I know I always say things felt like video games, but that's because like it's the really distorted synth sounds that are like a shroom and like a whoom happening. But then that was also combined later with, is it conga drums? Some sort of Latin percussion drum. I don't know the specific name for which one they used, but combined with that for like the style that they're referencing, I thought it was really cool effect. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
TLDR is NCT Dream is back with their first full-length album, their first comeback as 7 in a very long time. We're so proud, we're so happy. Like, aside from the fact that we're both just big fans of the Dreamies, this is also a really fire song. They did fantastic performing it. No surprises there. Wow.
A fire
wow, that's all I can
for
say.
Hot sauce. That was intentional, was it not?
It was.
Okay, cool. So, that being said, if you enjoyed this reaction video, if you also love the Dreamies and are super excited for this comeback that just happened, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe,
Ding.
turn on your notification bell, and bye!